Good morning and a happy Monday, February 1st. Tomorrow's Groundhog's Day, so today our Barre class is Groundhog's Day themed, and oddly enough I had to refilm this, so there you go. We're already starting off right. I've got a pair of 3-pound weights. You might want a pair of 2s and a pair of 3s, or 1s and 2s, perhaps something a little lighter. One lighter, one heavier. I also have a mini band. Mine is fabric, but if you have just one of the rubber loops to use, if you have just the long loop and you want to tie it, you can use that. So we'll use this a little bit today, and if you don't have it, you can use your weights for some of it. You could probably use a yoga strap looped for some of it as well, if you have a yoga strap with a debuckle. So I'll let you get that. You can set me on pause for a moment, and then we'll get started. We'll start today with a march. So bringing the knees up and down and starting to warm up hips, thighs, hip flexors, and it doesn't have to be a big march. It can be kind of small and Monday morning like new month, Monday morning. Here we go. And then maybe start to take it into a little hug on each side, go a little deeper. Just a warm up, so cut yourself some slack here on this Monday morning on a new month. And then hold one knee in, take a little twist. Draw your belly in, keep standing tall from the grounded foot, and then switch sides, grab the other knee and find that twist on the second side. And let that go, shake your legs out. We're coming down to an easy seat with some side bends. So crisscross your legs, or lotus, or siddhasana, whatever works for you. Bring one hand down to the earth, other arm up and over. And breathe into your outer ribs. Long breath in. Easy breath out. Bring it to center, take it to the other side. Long breath in. And an easy breath out. Bring it back to center. Extend your legs now. Give them a little wiggle. We'll do the same side bend. So again, we'll be repeating a lot of the movements today, so you'll see them more than once. In homage to Groundhog Day. Bring one hand down, other arm up and over. And take it to the other side. Oh. And bring it back to center. Fold the soles of your feet together, knees apart for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Maybe butterfly those knees a little bit here. Flush away from the seat. Open your arms nice and wide. Give yourself a hug and notice which elbows on the bottom, because we'll switch. And extend your elbows towards your big toes. Heart forward, elbows forward. Settle into those hips and hip flexors. Might be a little tight. Just notice. Rise up, open your arms and switch the cross of your arms. Give yourself a big hug. Take a breath here, sit up tall and fold again. And slowly rise up. Switch the cross of your legs, so whatever your easy seat looked like before, switch the cross and just begin to make some circles with your chest and shoulders here. Roll around a little bit. And take those circles in the other direction. You can put on a good playlist today, maybe something lovely for February. And bring yourself back to center. Find a table pose. So we'll take a few movements from table. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips, and start to kick this right leg back and forth. So just kicking it up and down. Not a big movement here. We're just opening up through the back of the leg and the front of the hip and activating your glutes. And then take it out for a few hydrants. Opening up the IT band, the abductors. And then extend out like long, coming into a gate posture. Place the sole of your foot down and find a little cow stretch here. So stretch the chest forward and the hips up and back. And then find one cat back, curl in, chin to chest, tail to earth. And bring it back to neutral. We'll take that to the other side, left side, kick your leg up and down. A few times here. Again, just waking up glutes and hamstrings. And we'll take it out for that hydrant. So bringing your leg out, working that outer leg and hip. Whew. That side's tight this morning. And then kick your leg out for gate pose. Again, find a little cow stretch. So really press into the sole of that left foot. Drag your heart forward, your hips up, another breath. And curl it all in, chin to chest, tail to earth. And come back to a neutral stance and bring your knee back in. So let's come to a seat. We'll start with some core this morning. So plant your feet, grab your weights, the heavy weights or light weights, doesn't matter which. You're not going to do a lot of movement with them. So if you have a heavier set of weights, maybe grab those. Bring your weights to your chest and really plant your feet so they're hip width apart. Take a breath here and start to lean your upper body back. And as you lean the upper body back, bring the knuckles of your hands towards your knees. So that'll give you a little leverage to lean back, right? A little extra weight, bringing your hands forward. Now as you rise up, bring your weights to your chest and sit up nice and tall. So the feet need to be super uber planted here. Extend back and lift up. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2 here, make them good. Really engage the middle of your body. And 12. Set the weights down. Lean yourself back again. Now without the weights, but still staying as engaged in the low belly, low ribs. Bring your palms towards the earth and we'll do some pulses here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22, 23, 24, 25. Stay with the feet on the earth or lift your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Stay with the knees bent or lengthen your legs. Lift your heart a little bit for balance. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can still have your feet on the floor. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nice job. Bring your feet down. Sit up tall. And wrap in for a little hug. Curl your chin to your chest. Whew. And begin to curl up. We'll start to move between core and arms. Grab one weight. I've got a 3-pound weight. For some of you, you might want to do this with a 5-pound weight because you're only holding one weight. And I'm going to move that weight out of the way so I don't stub my toe or step on it accidentally. So I'm going to turn slightly, starting right here. I'll bend my knees for a tiny squat and bring the weight to my outer left waist. As I stand up, legs are long and I'm stretching up to the right. So we'll bend, stretch, little twist. It's nothing huge right now. So we're still staying connected to the core, but also beginning to move the arms and adding some weight there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Adding on now. Step that right foot back. We'll still take the twist to the left hip, but as we rise up and stretch up to the right corner, this back leg comes in for a knee bend. So we're going to go a little slow this time. We got 8 of these. So we're going to cross for the twist, lift up, across, lift up. Find a focal point, maybe forward and down, that's not moving, and lift up. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So adding a little balance onto that challenge. Let's switch sides. So now stepping the feet to at least hip width, bringing the weight to the outer right hip with a little squat, and pushing up to the left. Here's 2, 3, 4. Stay connected to the core. We're getting into those obliques. 6, 7, 8. We're going to 12 on this one, 8 on the second. 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Stepping back with the left leg, bringing it back to that lunge, weight still coming to the outer right hip. So we've got 8. Again, perhaps a focal point forward will help. When you're switching your drishti and moving your leg, it's a little more challenging. So keep your focal point forward. Take it down for a twist, up for the knee lift. Down and up. Move carefully. Up, down, and up. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. Shake your legs out. All right, grab your second weight. So we're going to do a whole round with weights. If you don't have a band, you can use the weights for the second round as well, or use a yoga strap, or something, a scarf or something that you can tie if you don't have that mini loop. So grab your weights. We're starting down low here. So with the knees bent like you're in a little chair pose. Doesn't have to be full chair. We just want to keep the knees soft, booty back. Dangle the weights and we're sawing back. So sawing forward and back. So not right underneath the shoulders, but slightly forward at a diagonal. So finding that saw-like action. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stand up, reach the weights forward and down. We're pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulse down. 2, 3, 4. Pulse up. Pulse down. Keeping the elbows and shoulders soft. Here's 3. Up. And 3. Down. Stand up nice and tall. Keep your core engaged. Feet a little wider than the hips. Here's 4 down. Here's 5. Pulse it up. And 5. Pulse it down. Elbows, shoulders stay soft, or it's going to get really hard, really fast. Here's 7. We're just going to 8. And 8. Oh, that's 7 down. 1 more. Here's 8 up. Pulse it, and 8 down. Take those arms forward, palms turn down. We're rowing back. Now if you need a lighter weight for this, if your shoulders are already tense, grab a 2-pound or 1-pound weight, or if you're using 5s, grab a 3 instead. Punch forward, row back. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to 12 on this one. 6, 7, 8, 9. Really reveal the chest every time. 11, 12. Nice job. Set those down. Grab your mini loop if you have it. Stick with the weights, or grab a yoga strap if that works better for you. So grabbing that mini loop, we're doing the same 3 actions. Bring the mini loop around your wrists, palms turn down. Find some resistance here. Got my Fitbit on, that's not helping me this morning. All right, so keep the knees soft, little mini chair pose here, but really high. Find that resistance, and we're sawing back and forward at a diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Now it's up to you how much resistance you're working here, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Stand up, we're pulsing out. 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4, pulsing up. So now we're pulling and resisting with the wrists. 2, 3, 4. Pulse up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Elbows and shoulders are still soft here, right? Don't create any tension where it's not needed. It's a Monday morning. Why would you want to create more tension on a Monday morning, right? So keep those elbows and shoulders nice and soft. And down. It's our last one. Here's 8 up, 2, 3, 4, 8 down, 2, 3, 4. My arms are tired and we still have one more to go. So reach those palms forward, turn the palms down, and we're reaching back for a row. So this is probably going to be a little bit lower because of the resistance band, unless your resistance band is a little stretchier than mine. Mine doesn't give a whole lot. So my ribs are going to come down, elbows to ribs instead of elbows up. All right. Now if you've got one of the stretchier bands, you might just want to hold on to the band like this and pull back instead. I'm going to keep my wrists in. So we've got 12 here of these pull back. So pull back and forward, back. 3, 4. Triceps and shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice job. Oh my gosh. Coming back for glutes and thighs in a moment. Make sure you still have your band and you've still got weights because we're going to use them. We're back for glutes and thighs, and this will be the end to our sequence with a little transition before the flow. Now, if you want to just do the bar without the flow, it's totally cool. The flow does reflect the bar this week, so you will be repeating some movements that you do in both. So up to you if you want to try out the flow this week if you haven't yet. So grab your weights again. We're moving on to glutes and thighs. Feet are at least hip width apart, if not a tiny bit wider. So we'll bring those fingertips down. Lift them up here to the chest, keeping the knees in a squat, and then pushing up and above the shoulders. Coming back to the chest with the legs long. Sorry, there's our 4 count. So we're coming down to a bend, pull up to the chest, push up to the sky, back to the shoulders, down to the floor, squat to the chest, up to the sky, back to the shoulders, down, squat, push up, shoulders, reach down, squat, push up, shoulders. Here's 5, squat, push up, shoulders. Here's 6, keep those hips back, and shoulders. Here's 8, squat, push up, shoulders. Here's 9, squat, push up, and shoulders. We're going to 12 here. Squat, push up, and shoulders. 11, squat, push up, and shoulders. Here's 12 tap, squat chest, above the shoulders, to the shoulders. Keeping the weights at the shoulders. Heels in, toes out, first position. You can keep the weights in the chest. You can even place the weights on the shoulders. And I'm going to interlace my fingers at the back of my neck to kind of keep myself nice and tall here. So we're lifting and lowering the heels. 2, 3, 4. Find that focal point. 5. We're in a first position foot. So heels in, toes out. 8. We've got one more set of 8 here. 8, 7, 6. Engage your legs. Feel like you're pulling on tight yoga pants every time. 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet to second position now. So from second position, lift the heels, lower the heels, bend the knees, lengthen. Lift, lower, bend. Lift, lower, bend. Here's 4, we're going to 12. And 5, keep your balance. Keep your focal point. 6. Spine stays nice and tall. That's what I like about having the weights on my shoulders and my hands behind my neck. It keeps my posture really tall here. We've got 4 more. Here's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Let go of those weights, give your legs a shake. We're keeping the weights for the next movement. So we just have 8 of each of these. Coming down to hands and knees. Big toes touch, knees are a little wider than the hips for this first set of intense quads. All right, so you can bring the weights right in front of the chest here. We're leaning back into and up into. So you're controlling how far back you go. You want your body to stay in this long diagonal. Chest is up, weights are up. Toes are super active. Need to hug into the toenails to get yourself to come back up, right? Also strong core, so we're working a lot right here with this one movement. So weights of the chest, core's engaged, toenails are engaged. Body in a nice long line. We're coming back into and up into. Back into and up into. Here's 3, up, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoo. Bring your knees close now. Keep those toes uncurled. Same thing, we've got an 8 count. Coming back into and up into. Toenails need to really hug the earth to blast out this last 8. 3. You can go back a little bit, you can go back a lot. Lift. 4. Lift. 5. Lift. Whoo, 6. Seems like it wouldn't be that difficult, but it really is. If you're just sitting there watching me, try it. Nice job. Bring it down. Good job. So grab your band now, and we're coming back into those 3 movements that we did earlier. So if you don't have a band, it's not a big deal. You can do it without the band. Or if you have that long band and you want to tie it, you can do that. But you really need some stretch to work with this. So a yoga strap isn't going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put this band above my knees on my thighs, coming back around to table. Set those weights out of the way. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're doing the kick back first. So we'll start with the right leg. We're kicking back and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going out to the side for those hydrants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend your leg now for a gate pose. So out into the pinky edge of that right foot. Band has got a lot of stretch here, right? So try to avoid dumping into your left side. Get bright and strong on the left side. This foot is not going to lift a lot, so don't expect it to come up to the height of your hip, right? We want little pulses. See if you can lead with the heel and just drop your toe to the floor. So here we go. Little lift, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job, just 8. All right, taking it to the other side, we'll do those kickbacks first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking it out for the hydrant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking it out for gate. Bring your foot down again. See if you can lead with the heel and just tap the toe down 8 times. Get the right side of the body super bright. Left hand is barely reaching into the floor. Lift, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in. Now that you got the band there, I'm not going to make you take it off for now. So bring yourself down for bridge pose. Grab your weights again. So I'm going to bring my band just above my knees. Grab those weights, come down. Feet are hip width and parallel. You should feel a little resistance in the band. If you don't have the band, it's not a big deal. Bring your weights to the top of your thighs, or right where the thigh meets the hip. We're lifting and lowering. Here's 2. Really drive into the heels and squeeze the glutes on the way up. You can even lift the balls and toes of the feet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going to 12, 10, 11, 12. Hold it up, 12 pulses now. 8, or 12, 11, 10, 9, I can't count, it's Monday. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I will confess I can't count most of the time, not just on Mondays, so math is not my thing. All right, so we're doing some butterfly bridge now. So we did a Baddha Konasana, the butterfly pose at the beginning with the soles of the feet together, knees apart, when we did the hug. So now we're doing that here from a bridge pose. So get your feet a little closer together, maybe an inch apart, just so you're more fluid. You can press your hands into the floor, use a bent elbow, snuggle your shoulders underneath you. We'll lift the hips, widen the knees, and you can lift the inner edges of the feet from here. Knees are narrow, hips come down. Lift, butterfly, in and down. Lift, butterfly, in and down. Here's 5, 6, going to 12. Hopefully I can count on this round. And 8. Last 4. 10. 11. And 12. Come all the way down, all the way back up. We butterfly wide. 2, 3. Keep that bridge. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold, lift. Squeeze those glutes. Inner edges of the feet are away from the floor. And then bring it back down, all the way down. Bring the band up and around your ankles, nice and wide. Flex your feet. You can bring your hands behind your head if you like, little pulses out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Waking up those abductors, the outer hip. Here's 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more set of 8. I promise it's the last one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. And get rid of the band. Yay. Draw your right knee in. We did this standing earlier. We're going to do it seated now. Or on the floor, supine. And then take your left hand to your right knee. Take a little twist to work that out. Maybe goal post your right arm. My knee doesn't go all the way to the floor here, so don't feel like yours has to. You can always put it on a block or let it hover. And then bring your knee back to center, give it a little squeeze and switch sides. Left knee in, give it a hug. And then right hand to left thigh, take it across. Open your elbow out for a goal post. Oh, best pose of the day. Best pose of the day because you know we're at the end, right? Send your feet up to the sky after a little hug. Flex and point and circle your toes. Nice to have a little inversion before you move on, right? So get those feet up and above your hips. You can even put a block under your hips if you have one. Good ankle pops, toe pops. Oh, feeling good. And then draw your knees into your chest. If you're up on that block, bring your feet down, remove the block. And we'll all begin to rock back up to that comfortable seat. So rock yourself up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me for our Groundhog's Day Barre and Flow. A lot of repeated movements, and we'll do the same thing with the flow portion. There will be a few things reflected in Barre that are in the flow. So maybe you can join me for that, either today or another day. Short flow, great way to wake up. Hope you have a great beginning to your February, a month of love, and end of Groundhog's Day too, and we'll hope for an early spring. In gratitude, namaste. Have a great day.